Welcome to My FSEdNet. Let's spend the next couple of minutes looking at the curriculum. Remember, there are two ways in which you can access our sessions: downloadable educational concept pages and fill-in-the-blank worksheets. First, you can use the search option, which is available on our mobile app for both phones and tablets. Simply click on the search bar and type one or two words, such as single parent, and press the enter. You will find a session on why single parents need to own life insurance. If you type the word social, a number of sessions on understanding Social Security will be displayed. If you have an appointment to meet with two small business partners, you can type in the words buy, sell, and up will come 6 sessions. Let's choose Overview of Buy-Sell Agreements. Double-click on it, and it opens up. We see that it is 9 minutes and 44 seconds in length. Then click on the play button, and the video will begin. If you have a weak internet connection, then click on the HD button, and you can change it to standard definition. Now, if it is still slow, press the pause, wait a few moments to allow the streaming to begin, and then press the play button. If you wish to watch this on a full screen, press the expand button in the lower right corner. To close this version, simply click on the button again. Okay, let's pause the session for a moment and take a look at the attachments. Every session on My FSEdNet has a fill-in-the-blank worksheet. Also, many of the sessions also have downloadable educational concept pages explaining additional information on the topic at hand. These pages will enhance your learning experience. Some are presentations which normally have between 8 and 11 pages, such as this. Most will contain 1 or 2 pages. Do you see the 3 bars in the upper left corner? This is the second way to access our sessions. Let's click on the bars. Here, you will find our course curriculums and help tools. First, you will see What's New. Here, you will find the most recently added new and updated sessions. You will see a new session here for about 30 days. Be sure to check back regularly to see what's new. The first discipline is the Cornerstones of Financial Services. Cornerstones focuses on basic skills, techniques, and habits which must be understood and developed in order to establish a clientele and build a successful practice. The focus here is on finding and developing long-term relationships with prospects and clients. We will discuss different prospecting, networking, and relationship building strategies. No one fails out of our industry because they can't explain reverse split dollar. They fail because they can't consistently get in front of enough qualified prospects. Let's look at just a few of the many courses and sessions in Cornerstones. In the 3 B's of marketing, you will learn what marketing really is and how marketing centers around the 3 B's. Beginning new relationships, building on relationships, and being viewed as a resource. In the 4 levels of a consumer, we explain that when a sale is made, the relationship is just beginning, because that consumer is only at the first level, that of a buyer. The second level, that of a customer, is when that consumer thinks about insurance or investments and they think of you. The third level is a client. A client is someone who seeks your advice and counsel. The 4th level is an advocate. We will explain the importance of these levels and how to move your consumer through each level. Building to Significance, 5 Daily Habits. We'll focus on planning your work and working your plan. But more importantly, we will provide you with 5 specific daily steps in activity management that will provide a platform to take control of your business and not let things fall between the cracks. Fundamentals of Prospecting focuses on the different techniques and processes in building a clientele. Most of the multi-session courses will have a preview video which will explain in 1 to 2 minutes the material and concepts you will learn while going through that particular course. This is followed on a session on target marketing. Other sessions include how to make a successful elevator talk, understanding center of influences, understanding time management. This series will explain how to take control of your day and avoid all of the time wasters and procrastinations that can get in your way. How to get the most out of your telephone, the importance of first impressions and business etiquette, why, from an agent's point of view, joint work is so important. We will also focus on how to handle objections. Mentoring is one of the fastest ways to grow and expand one's practice, and in this series, we will take an important look at the mentor and mentee. You made a sale. Now what? This session is all about what the process and steps that you and your new client should be doing during the 2 to 6 weeks of underwriting so that they do not lose interest, have second thoughts, or begin to shop elsewhere. In how to utilize video conferencing to improve your client service, we will look at the many advantages and challenges to using video conferencing in your daily practice to improve communication and service with your client and prospects. Did you know that the average buyer of life insurance buys life insurance 7 times during their lifetime? That's great, but how do you get future sales with them and on their spouse, children, parents, in-laws, business partner, and so on? It all depends on your client service. Here, we will discuss this important function of the sales process. And there are so much more in Cornerstones, with more added regularly. The next discipline is the Foundations of Financial Services. This discipline focuses on the product, systems, and programs that today's consumers will either have, want, or need. These may be offered with government programs, their employer, banks, or through insurance companies. The purpose behind the Foundations discipline is to provide a resource of education and knowledge to take the fact-finding process to a whole new level in order to help clients and prospects have a better comprehension and understanding of what they may have or need. Again, let's take a brief look at just some of the courses and sessions contained in Foundations. This is our largest discipline containing the most information. It begins with the very basics and then gets more in-depth on the subject matter. In an overview of the insurance industry, we will look at the history of the insurance industry as well as how insurance companies are organized, such as a stock company or a mutual or fraternal. We will explain their differences. Next, we will look at why it is such a good time to be in the insurance industry with numbers shared by LIMRA. And finally, we will look at the core products sold by insurance companies. We will then have a few courses on life insurance, starting with understanding the role of life insurance. Moving on, we will then look at what makes up an insurance policy and the important provisions and subject matter affecting them. One of the key problems that both new and veteran agents alike share is not having enough prospects to talk to about life insurance. That is why we have the next two courses. In Who Needs Life Insurance, we explain why people at different phases of life need more life insurance. We start with, why do single individuals need to own life insurance? We follow that by, why do single parents need to own life insurance? And then we look at why children should have life insurance, why married couples with and without children should have life insurance, why empty nesters need life insurance, why retirees need life insurance, and finally, why parents of special needs children all need to own life insurance. The next series explains why, according to LIMRA, over 41% of new life insurance sales each year happen after a life event occurs. This series, called Just Life Changes, will explain why recent college graduates need to own life insurance. Also, why 73% of new parents of either natural birth or newly adopted children buy life insurance. We will also look at why those who recently got married, those who recently got a new job, just got divorced, bought a new house, started a new business, received a substantial sum of money, became a widow or widower, or someone close to them just died. Why, after a life event, all these people need life insurance? We will then look at a number of courses which are traditionally discussed during a fact-finding session. We do not teach a fact finder, but we educate on the various subjects in which we discuss topics such as personal finance, why people save and invest. Next, we will take a deep look into Social Security, primarily focusing in on the retirement benefits, but covering most areas. We will learn about long-term care. We just finished updating our annuity series with DOL. Understanding contract beneficiaries for both life insurance and annuity. We will learn about disability income. Next, we will learn about college planning, not just the basic questions asked on a fact finder, but also all about scholarships, grants, loans, liability, and so much more. Understanding income taxation is also very important, and here we have a series explaining what taxation is and how it works. With DOL, it is very important to understand IRAs, and there are so many different kinds and features. In this series, we will cover the information you will need to work with them. We then will learn all about qualified retirement plans, the different types, how they are regulated, and rules surrounding them. Individual property and casualty coverage is an important concept to understand, whether or not you sell P&C products. The financial risk to a client's personal and business assets must be understood from this point of view. There are so much more topics in this discipline, but hopefully by now you have a good idea of our subject matter with Foundations of Financial Services. The third discipline is Fundamentals of Financial Services, which focuses on the marketing opportunities. This discipline is not to replace LUTC, CLU, or any other advanced training. The purpose is to provide a fundamental understanding of these markets and gain the confidence to engage in successful relationships. We have two separate courses on estate planning strategies, starting with Overview of Estate Conservation. Here, you will gain an understanding of what happens when someone dies, such as the cost of death, probate, settlement cost, and the delays, as well as how wills and trusts can help, and so on. Then we move into our course on Overview of Estate Tax Planning. This course will allow a financial professional to recognize opportunities and to have the confidence to be able to engage in conversations with clients or their advisors in the informational gathering stages. We will address estate tax history and the laws that currently oversees them. Also, we address various strategies and concepts in how to reduce or eliminate estate taxes. This discipline also provides insights for working with the 3 stages of retirement. We begin with planning strategies for retirement. Here, we focus on the pre-retirees ages 50 to 65 as they prepare for retirement. This is followed by the Planning Strategies at Retirement series, which will address the many changes and challenges that a new retiree will face as they change from a paycheck to retirement income. Finally, we will take a look at how to prepare for the final stage of retirement, that of widowhood. This is one of our most popular series addressing the many challenges that surviving spouses need to be prepared for. Additionally, we can help you transition into the business market and gain an understanding of the many concepts and strategies needed in order to build relationships with the small business owner. We start with a series on working with business owners, where we will look at understanding the how and why to work with small businesses. Then we look at the small business demographics in America today, and finally, gain an understanding of the different business financial statements, such as a P&L report, balance sheets, as well as the cash flow statement. We will then look at how businesses are organized, such as a sole proprietorship. Here, we will learn how they are taxed, what liability the owner has, their advantages, their disadvantages, their challenges, and their opportunity. We will do the same with partnerships, C corporations, S corporations, LLCs, and PAs. Our next series is on the risks that business owners face, such as what happens to the business if the owner or a shareholder dies. Here we will learn about buy-sell agreements, how they are funded, how they are set up, how they can be designed. Key person insurance coverage can be an extremely important concept for any size business. Here we will learn why. And we will complete this series by understanding how a disability of an owner or key person can have a devastating effect on a business and the additional factors that a business owner needs to take into account when preparing their estate plans. The next course is on understanding executive benefits, which are often referred to as non-qualified retirement benefits. We will discuss what they are, how they can be designed and funded, and why they are so popular. We will look at SERP plans, executive bonus plans, split dollar, and deferred compensation. The final course in the business series is to understand the different types of property and casualty coverage that a business owner, or landlord needs to have in place. Finally, we give you an understanding of the different buying patterns and habits between the different generations. You must understand the generational differences so you can communicate, present, and sell them. We also discuss different buying habits and patterns between men and women. Our fourth discipline, Basics of Investing, will help financial professionals understand the basics of the securities marketplace. Wholesalers will teach and deliver product information, and veteran representatives will teach how to present and sell security-based programs. Learn the concepts, formulas, and techniques to help build the understanding of the risks and rewards associated with saving and investing. You will gain knowledge and confidence to clearly explain concepts and ideas to clients and prospects. This discipline will be fully launched this year. Our first course is on understanding the basics of investing, and here we feature sessions on topics such as how to set investment goals, understanding cost basis, effects of inflation and taxation on investments, the risk an investor faces, the importance of diversification, differences between simple and compound interest, how managed money accounts work, and others. We will go into detail explaining how mutual funds work, their advantages and disadvantages, and why they are so popular. And finally, we have a series on understanding the different investment strategies, understanding investment choices, as well as how to use and understand investment analysis resource tools. So, there you have it. Spend some time going through the different curriculums and training sessions of these high-impact, step-by-step courses so you can develop confidence through competence in the financial industry. Thanks for watching.